is an allotment? What is an allotment? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alina. Hello, how are you? How have you been? Hope you've been well. Enjoying the sun. It is hot, so I understand if you haven't been enjoying it. In today's video, I thought I'll talk about an allotment. What is an allotment? I've come to realization, having messages from people around the world asking, what is an allotment? What am I doing? How do you get one? What do you do when you get one? And I'm gonna explain everything to you. What is an allotment? Okay, it's basically a small patch of land amongst other patches of land, all in a field, that has been rented out to people. I probably haven't sentenced that right, but like, the land is owned by our government, so we're paying the government to own this plot of land. What can you do on the plot of land is kind of up to you. There are rules, and there's different rules for each set of allotments here in the UK, but for mine, there's kind of like hardly any hardcore rules of what I can and can't do. So, how do you get one? So you might be thinking, that sounds a pretty cool idea to have. How do I get an allotment? Now, the allotment sites are on our council website, so you will be put in a waiting list, and when a plot is available, you will be contacted in order to come and visit the land, and then you can choose what plot you want. There might be only the one plot you get to choose from, but I was fortunate enough to have a choice of maybe 5. The waiting lists are a lot longer ever since COVID now. I waited 2 years for this plot. I know there's at least 250 people on the waiting list for other plots in this area. So that is how you can get one. It's pretty straightforward. You just got to put your name, where you live, and yeah, it's a waiting game at that point. So what can you grow? So a lot of people will typically grow vegetables. I'm growing potatoes, I've got some other veggies, broad beans, peas, lettuce, you name it. Well, not everything. I'm not growing everything, but I'm growing what I eat. But what else can you grow? You can grow flowers if you want. You know, different set of rules, again, for each different plot of lands. But the rules for me is that 75% of my plot has to be cultivated, and that doesn't include grass. So, as you can see, my neighbour's plot, unfortunately, they're pretty old and frail, and they can't really look after their plot a lot. So this would probably, if they don't get it sorted soon, they probably will lose their plot, which is really sad. But it's not been cultivated. And if you think about it, there's 250 people waiting for plots. If people can't look after them, then it might be time to move on. You can also grow some trees. Now, in the past, the rules were not as harsh as they are now. So around this area, you will find a lot of fruit trees, like a lot of fruit trees. I have this tree growing here, and it's a blackthorn tree. Growing slowberries, so slowberry gin for Christmas. But then also there's a plum tree here on my neighbour's plot. As you can see, these trees are pretty big, so the rules came in not long ago that from now on we can only grow dwarf stock trees here. So I'm thinking of getting a dwarf stock apple tree in the future, but then also I'm not too sure either, because there's plenty of trees, fruit trees around in my plots areas. But yeah, as long as you're cultivating your plot of land by 75% of the land, it doesn't particularly matter what you grow here. But yeah, I'm hoping to maybe move away from growing a lot of veggies, and I kind of want to make a cottage garden for myself and have a wildflower meadow, etc, etc. So that will be my way of using my little plot of land. Now, you might ask, why have I got an allotment? Why have I done this? Why am I renting this plot of land? It might seem a bit silly. I've got this allotment because I rent where I live, and although there is a garden where I live, I am still renting. It's not really my garden, you know. I can do only so much to it before I'd have to move out. And then I've had a previous experience doing that, and I lost money investing in this garden to only have to leave it behind, and also get told off by the landlords that I messed with the garden. So with my allotment, I can do pretty much what I want to do, and it will be mine for as long as I pay the rent and as long as I want it for. So I'm hoping to have this little plot for as long as I can. So it's kind of like I have this space that is mine, and it's not gonna move, it's not going anywhere. Wherever I go, I can get here, and it's always, yeah, it's just always gonna be here. And it's just such a nice thing to think of. It's like my escape space. So that is why I personally have an allotment. Another question I've been asked is, can you keep animals on your allotment? And the answer is yes, but it varies with whatever place you're going to. So I can only keep chickens if I desire to. That is the rules. I can't keep anything else other than that. I can't keep pigs, cows, they're just too big, and this plot of land is too small to keep that. I would love chickens, but I think it would be quite cruel that I can't dedicate enough time to keep them and look after them really well. There are chickens amongst all of these allotments, and they're so cute. It would be lush, but again, yeah, I think it would be pretty wrong of me to do that and not be able to look after them properly. But yes, you can keep chickens. Again, it varies wherever you go, but yes, you can keep some animals. So an allotment is a pretty unique little thing here in the UK, and a lot of people have them and love them. And ever since lockdown, people wanted to garden more, and that's when allotments became popular. And I can show you, as we walk around, everybody has taken the allotments differently, grown differently, shaped it differently, designed it differently. They're making all sorts of things, and it is so exciting to see how different everybody's using their plot of land. And it is so inspiring. It is like the nicest community you could be a part of here. For example, this is one of my neighbours. I don't know, can we see this polytunnel? Hold on, let me get there. There's a polytunnel right there. It's awesome, like how people are using their allotments to create their little haven spaces. There's one that I absolutely adore that is more of a garden and has given me so much inspiration to what I want to do with my allotment, and I just love it. Oh, I just love being here so much, and it's like the best thing I can do right now for the fact that I can't have a permanent space to call my own. So this is the best substitute. My allotment, this is plot 42 as it is right now on the, I think it's the 12th of June. A lot will change from now. I hope this video is probably going to be a nice short sweet video, helps clear up any questions that you've been thinking about and what an allotment is, how have I got this, what am I doing with it, etc. I really hope that helps. And if you're in the UK and you're thinking of getting an allotment, it's absolutely worth it. Obviously, don't do it if you feel like you can't dedicate time to it. I think I come here like twice a week, which is quite, it's not that much, and I can still get a lot done in that time. A lot of other people don't even come here that often either. A lot of people come here, you know, once a week. But as long as you're able to mentally keep up with it and enjoy the space, it is 100% worth getting one. Just anticipate a waiting game in getting one, because yes, unfortunately there's a long waiting list for it. Some people have waited longer than me to get one here, but yeah, once you get it, have fun, design it, make sure you know your space before you just get stuck in. I could do a whole video about that. Let me know, that'd be cool, of what to do when you got one. I hope that helps. I hope I've inspired you. And I'll catch you next time on another video. So yeah, hope you have a good week. If it's a week, if I post this, weekend, whatever. And I'll see you soon. Alright, bye me lovers.